Good morning, all of my friends, followers. Public rundown right here. I think today is the Tuesday, the 24th. Lake Fork. Let's tell you a little bit about Lake Fork. Well, first, let's tell you, remember I talked to you, it was probably a week back, and I say this from time to time this time of year, but I call it the Texas two-step. I mean, we warm trend, cool trend, warm trend, cool trend. We'll have 2 or 3 days of really tropical warm weather, or a week of it, or 1 day of it, and then we have a couple days of winter-like weather. Recently, I've really been talking about the fact that, now I can't say the fact, I'm sorry, let me correct myself. I've been talking about the opinion that winter's behind us. I don't mean that we won't have cold. I don't mean that we won't have winter cold fronts. I just mean the harshness of the winter and the motion of life springing forward. A lot of trees are blooming. A lot of them. The farmers, again, as I said, have done some planting, onions and things like that. The overall 6-week outlook doesn't look real heavy. But as I'm telling you this, right now it's kind of winter conditions outside. It's about 37 degrees. It's raining. We're supposed to get up an inch of rain today. It's on the brink just north of us, not too far of freezing rain. But with that being said, I really still don't believe that, like in the past couple of years, we've had an entire week of freezing, of hard freeze, like we did back in December. We had a whole week of hard freeze. Something that's very detrimental, that's the word I'm trying to think of. Something that really holds back the spring, holds back warm trending, holds the water, cools the water to a level that really takes time to recover. A zap, a sting, let's call it. I don't believe we're going to have that. And we're going to Texas two-step. We're going to warm trend, cool trend. So let's tell you about the lake, and then I'll tell you a little bit how I approach that. We're still falling. I hope we do get an inch of rain today. An inch isn't enough, but it'll help. It'll change this, and you'll see if we get an inch of rain today. When I do the report on Thursday, you'll see that it'll at least balance this out, and we'll come up a little bit. But 39755, 39752. Remember, 39750 is 5.5 feet below full pool. I'd sure love to see this hold from here all the way out through spring so that we don't have any changes with ramps. Like right now, Lake Fork Marina ramp is open. I love to use Lake Fork Marina. It's one of my favorite places to be. The restaurant's got great food. It's just a perfect facility. It's safe. It's clean. It's managed well. But if we get down, to 397, 6 feet below full pool, that ramp there gets borderline and they shut it down. Right now we got 6 inches to go. Clarity 0 to 1 and temperatures ranging from 48 to 52. It depends. After this little cold front and zap today and the next couple of days, it's going to be pretty chilly at night. We're probably going to drop back down in the 40s, low 40 or mid 40s, 47, 48 max. And you'll have some cooler water. Basically, from what I have been telling you about Fork, without the grass, it's so hard to winter fish. Grass acts like a blanket, and we're having a little bit of vegetation growing in Fork, but not grass. We're having alligator weed and shoreline things, vegetation that's coming back with this nice warm weather that we've been having. There's not a lot. I hate to be saying this time and time again. There's not a whole lot going on Fork. There just isn't. The live scopers are finding fish but having trouble catching them. The backwaters, when they warm trend, that's why I brought this up. When we Texas two-step, when we warm trend, we have 2-3 days of a really good warm weather. 50s for lows, 70s for highs, like we did last week. If you go really, really shallow on Fork, and I mean shallower than you think. When you think you're shallow, you're not shallow enough. Go way back in that pocket water. Get in water that's hard to get to. It warm trends even more. If it's not influenced by the body of the water, okay, waves, current, things like that. Backwaters, the farther you can get into pockets and backwaters that can warm trend like a pond, for example, ditches and drains that go way back. Some of them are hard to get to. But that's the places that you can, with a worm trend, catch some fish right now. Things like lipless crankbaits, shallow square bills, spinner baits, underspins, chatter baits. That's your worm trend bite. When it's like right now, these cold fronts come through, you need to get back to the creek swings. You need to get back to the jigs. Maybe some creature baits, less appendage creature baits. When it's cold, cold water, those appendages don't do anything. So you just want like beavers and things like that. But get to the creek swings and fish those creek swings and the roots and things like that. And remember, I do a great lesson in my private members only Let's Talk Fishing channel about creek swings. But one of the key things to creek swings is you have the swing itself, which will be the deeper side, and then the other side makes a point underwater. And so those fish can kind of move back and forth. They can be either in the swing or up on the point sunbathing. But remember that the key to those creek swings, and I will give you guys this tip even though you're not members, is that I find them in 3 different levels. I find them usually in about 6 to 12 feet. Then the next level will be 12 to 18 feet. And then the next level would be 18 to 24 feet. So a creek swing in 6 to 12, a creek swing in 12 to 18, and a creek swing in 18 to 24. And the reason I want to do those is I want to find where the fish are, because once I found them, then I can replicate it throughout the lake. So if I go up into Dale Creek, for example, and I first fish the 18 to 24 and I don't find bait or fish, then I go into the 12 to 18 creek swings. If I don't find bait and fish, I go to the 6 to 12. They're going to be in one of those 3 swings. Depending on the progression of in and out for spring, migrate, and use those creeks to migrate in and out, and the water temperatures, okay? That's really the gist of it. So I hope that helps you publicly. That's really where you should be looking when it's downside, when we're cold fronted, cold trended. Look at the creeks, creek swings. Remember, one side is the swing, one makes a point underwater. I hope this is valuable information for you publicly. I want to share a couple other things. For some reason I have allergies this morning, which is another thing that I really could attribute to that spring's coming. The weather's obviously shown us, we've a very mild winter, but my allergies, when I'm having allergies, it's because things are blooming, things are happening, and usually that tells me a whole lot that I'm not going to say winter's over, because it's not. We're going to have some cold stuff hit us still, but anyways, spring is on its way, okay? Last year, the very first week of March, I think it was March 7th, was when we started catching our very first swim bait fish, glide bait fish, the line through swim baits and the glide baits. They really come to play. I want to share one with you today that I want you to understand. 2 things. Number one, I'm sharing this with you so that in 4, 5, 6 more weeks from now, when I start talking about glide bait bite, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm giving you something now. If you remember it then. I'm only going to share it with the members a lot more exclusively at that time, but you will get some hints and tips. If you remember, if you follow, if you watch this video, you'll know which one I'm talking about. Cactus Creek Outdoors. Cactus Creek Outdoors. Okay? I'm trying to hold this as stable as I can so you can really see it. Cactus Creek Outdoors. They make a glide bait that I promise you, let's take it out, with all of my integrity, with all of who I am, all of my heart, it catches the bass on fork. And this is what Brooke and I were throwing last year. Cactus Creek Outdoors. You can find them on AZ, Cactus Creek Outdoors, AZ. Okay? This color is IU. There's multiple colors I like to throw. I like to throw a dirty chartreuse, a dirty shad, just even a plain bone white. Okay? The reason I'm sharing this with you now is because I want you to know that I do respect you for your public subscription. I really appreciate your public subscription. I want you to become a member. The members will get more information about this bait, exactly how to fish this bait, and exactly where to throw this bait come March when the bite starts. But I'm sharing with you now because you want to order these now. They get hard to get, They have to be hand painted, so they get backed up and back ordered. And then the final thing I want to share with you is you don't have to spend several $100s on a glide bait to catch big fish on a glide bait. The key is the bait has to swim true. It has to stay true, not roll over on its side, and it has to swim true. And I guarantee you that this bait right here swims perfectly true. On my Facebook, if you go back to March and April last year, you should see some pictures of Brooke and I with this bait in the fish's mouth. This is the first glide bait that Brooke ever caught big bass on. We hammered the bass last year on this bait. And here's the key. I hope I'm not putting my foot in my mouth, but last year the owner was charging $60 a bait, not several hundred. So $60 a bait that works, that catches the fish on fork. That's in your range. That's in all of our ballpark. I know it's a lot of money, but you throw it on heavy line, you don't lose it. You rarely, if you lose it to a big fish, or you lose it sometimes when you cast and you snap off. That means you didn't check your line, you had a bad knot. You just don't lose this bait. Sometimes another mistake can be made as you make the cast, you get a backlash, and you're picking the backlash, the bait sinks and gets stuck. Don't let it sink. If you get a backlash, hand pull the bait in and then get the backlash. So it's just, I've never lost one of these to the wood or to a snag because I can go get it. It's only in a foot, 2.5 feet of water, unless I choose to weight it and make it go down deep, which I rarely do. But here, Cactus Creek Outdoors AZ. Find them on Facebook. Message them, tell them you're interested in these baits. $60 for a glide bait that works, that catches the bass. All right? I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that I was trying to give you something. I've got a dozen of those coming. Well, not quite a dozen, but I think I have 6, 7, 8 of them coming, and I already have 6 or 7 of them in IU dirty shad, chartreuse shad, and bone. Those 3 colors, generally depending on the water clarity, is where I'll throw. But I can't wait. It's super exciting. If you want to know more about that bait and that information, then you need to be a members only. Like I said, I'm getting ready to tell the members about 3 different ways that they can catch fish on fork right now. I'm going to show them the baits. I'm going to show them the techniques, tell them the locations. But you got to be a member to do that. So again, an invite, come on over to the members. Just go down in the description below, hit the join button, pick whether you want to be a member or a Let's Talk member. There's 2 categories. The upgraded Let's Talk includes an additional lessons every week about a topic, a specific topic. Right now, this week's topic is seasonal patterns and water temperatures, how to approach those water temperatures, how to have a measure of water temperatures relation to the time of year, winter water, spring water, summer water, fall water. But you got your members only channel, which is an upgraded fishing report. You get more than you're getting here. You have the Let's Talk upgraded 1 more notch, which you get the members information access to, but then you get the lesson, the week lesson, and you also get a chance to win a free monthly gift care package, which consists of, last one was over $100 worth of merchandise from my sponsors and pro staff positions. Go Fish Lures, Lake Fork Tackle Lures, Tide Lines. Next month, we give away another package that actually has some real-time rods magic reaction in it. James there stepped up and gave me a care package for each month to be able to include real-time rods magic reaction, the juice that we soak our baits in, that really makes a difference. And it does, I promise you it does. When Brooke and I were just at Athens 2 weeks now, we had a smash hit session. We had 2 days where we caught over 40 fish and some 4-pounders. Brooke caught an 8-pounder. And there was a point where she looked at me kind of after the fact, and she said, I think it was the 3rd day we're there, and she said, you know, I really believe that we caught all these fish because of the magic reaction. And I just chuckled. And the reason she said that, we had other friends on the lake. They were catching fish, but not like us. They were doing the same thing as us. I had shared the report. I had told people, because that's what I do. I'm open. And they were catching fish. Yes, fishing was good, but they weren't catching the same number. The real-time rods, magic reaction juice that we soak our soft plastics in, makes all the difference in the world in the excessive bites and the fact that they hold it and swim off with it, the deeper hook sets. But that's going to be in a care package too for the members, the Let's Talk members only. But other than that, guys, when you message Cactus Creeks, tell them that Mike McFarland sent you. And I hope, I'm going to ask him today that if anybody that messages that Mike McFarland sent them, I'm going to ask him to give you a small discount as well. But just say my name, and I would appreciate that. Other than that, I wish you guys all a great week. Stay warm, because it is kind of a little bit chilly. It's not, I've seen it way worse. 37 degrees in Northeast Texas ain't bad. Wet, rainy day today. Pray that we get an inch at least. Looks like next week, it's not cold, but we got like 5 days in a row of rain. Let's hope. Let's just hope over the next 4 or 5 weeks that we just get bombed and Lake Fork comes up 2 or 3 feet, because it'd be one of the best springs we've had in a long time with all that shoreline growth that happened when the water was down. So a 2 or 3 foot rise in the lake right now, prepping us for spring, would be insane. Let's pray for that. Appreciate you. Hit the like button. Comment below. Other than that, have a great day. Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide.